What if no one could ever get under your skin again? Not your boss, not your ex, not the rude stranger shouting at you in traffic. Imagine waking up tomorrow completely immune, untouched by insults, betrayal, or disrespect. This isn't about suppressing your emotions. It's about mastering them so completely that no one can control you, ever again. You see, the problem isn't other people. It's the way we've been trained to respond. We've been conditioned to believe that anger is a reflex, that it's natural to explode when we're disrespected, ignored, or mistreated. But the greatest minds in history knew something different. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire in constant chaos, betrayal, war, and plague. And yet, he remained calm. Seneca was exiled. Epictetus was enslaved. Still, none of them allowed rage to control their lives. Why? Because they discovered a truth that most people never do. You don't control the world. You control your response to it. This philosophy has a name: Stoicism. And no, it's not about being cold or emotionless. It's about gaining such mastery over your inner world that no one on the outside can touch you. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how they did it, and how you can too. Because once you understand how to stop reacting, you'll stop suffering. You'll stop wasting your peace on people who don't deserve it. And you'll finally reclaim the one thing that's always been yours: your mind. Ready? Let's start by dismantling the biggest lie you've ever believed: that your anger is not your fault. Part 1. The illusion of control. A man sits alone in his car, fists clenched around the steering wheel, knuckles pale with rage. He's just been fired. No warning, no explanation. His mind spirals. This is unfair. My boss is corrupt. My future is ruined. But here's the truth. None of those thoughts are helping him. He's not changing the past. He's just drowning in anger, completely powerless. This is how most people live. They think anger happens to them, that it's natural, automatic, justified. But what if it isn't? What if anger is a habit, not a reaction? You've trained yourself to get angry, conditioned yourself to explode when life doesn't go your way. It feels instinctive, but it's not. It's a loop, one you can break. At the core of this emotional trap lies one toxic belief: that you can control the outside world. You expect people to treat you fairly. You expect plans to go smoothly. You expect life to play by your rules. So when it doesn't, when someone lies, fails, disrespects, or betrays, you rage. But here's the harsh reality: the world doesn't care. It moves forward, indifferent to your emotions. And the more you fight that truth, the more you suffer. The Stoics understood this. Marcus Aurelius ruled during wars, disease, rebellion. Yet he wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." He knew, you can't control what happens, but you can always control what you do next. The man in the car could have chosen a different path. He could have asked, "What do I still control?" Instead of spiraling, he could have planned his next move: a fresh start, a new mission, a stronger version of himself. His boss took his position, but not his response. That's the difference between those who suffer and those who stay calm in any storm. The first group tries to control everything. The second knows they only control themselves. Now think about it. The last time you got furious, did your anger change anything? Did it fix the situation? Did it give you power? Or steal it? Anger feels strong, but it's the opposite. It's a surrender. It's letting the outside world dictate your inner world. And it always comes at a cost: your peace, your clarity, your energy. So how do you break free? You let go. Let go of the illusion that life must go your way. Let go of the need for people to behave how you want. Let go of the lie that your emotions are controlled by anything other than you. Because when you stop reacting and start responding, you become untouchable. Part 2. The Stoic Secret: Detachment from External Judgment. A man uploads a video he's proud of. Within minutes, the comments roll in. A few are supportive, some are neutral. Then one hits hard. "This is garbage. You're a fraud." His stomach tightens. He knows it's just a stranger hiding behind a screen. No videos, no face, no courage, just hate. But still, the words echo in his mind. Long after the commenter has moved on, he's still replaying them. Why do we let this happen? Why do we let the words of people we don't even know shake us to the core? Because we've been conditioned to seek approval, to fear rejection, to take every insult personally. But here's the truth: No one's opinion matters unless you decide it does. The Stoics called this detachment, not from people, but from their judgments. Marcus Aurelius, emperor of Rome, surrounded by enemies and critics, wrote, "You always have the option of having no opinion." Imagine that. Someone insults you, and you choose to feel nothing, because their words have nothing to do with you. They're a reflection of them. Most criticism isn't truth. It's projection, their bitterness, their jealousy, their insecurity. You're just the mirror. A true Stoic knows this. He doesn't crumble under praise. He doesn't flinch at hate. He walks the same path either way. Imagine you're walking down a street. Someone yells an insult from a moving car. They're gone in seconds. Would you let that ruin your day? Most people would. But a Stoic sees it for what it is. Noise. Gone as quickly as it came. This mindset applies to everything. Your work, your ideas, your art. Some will love it. Some will mock it. Neither matters. Because your value isn't based on validation. Detachment isn't arrogance. It's clarity. It's knowing what to take in and what to let go. So next time someone insults you, pause. Don't react. Ask yourself, is this about me or about them? Most of the time, the answer is clear. And when you stop taking things personally, you stop giving away your power. You become untouchable. Part 3. The power of non-reaction. A man stands in the center of a hostage negotiation. Guns are drawn. Lives are on the line. The criminals shout threats. The pressure is unbearable. But the negotiator stays still, silent, unmoved. He doesn't react. He calculates. Because in high-stakes situations, emotion is the enemy. The moment you react, you lose control. And control is everything. Most people think power is about force, raising your voice, defending your pride. But real power is this, the ability to stay calm when everyone else is losing their mind. You've felt it before, that tightness in your chest when someone provokes you. Your instinct screams, respond, defend yourself, strike back. And so you do. You snap, you argue, you explode. And what does it fix? Nothing. It makes things worse. People expect reactions. When they insult you, they want rage. When they challenge you, they want a fight. When they mock you, they want your attention. But when you give them silence, you break the pattern. They don't know what to do because you didn't play their game. That's the power of non-reaction. It flips the script. It turns chaos into clarity. This is how elite warriors train. They don't flinch. They don't rush. They wait. Because reaction is weakness. Stillness is strength. And you can train this too. Whenever you feel the surge, anger, tension, that burning need to respond, use the 3-second rule. Stop. Breathe in. Breathe out. Ask yourself, does this deserve my energy? Most of the time, the answer is no. A rude comment? Not worth it. A reckless driver? Not worth it. A passive-aggressive email? Definitely not worth it. In those 3 seconds, your logical mind returns, and the impulse fades. This is not passivity. This is strategy. You're not avoiding the moment. You're mastering it. Because when you stay calm, you stay in control. And when you're in control, no one else is. So next time someone tries to provoke you, don't fight. Don't explain. Don't react. Just breathe and let your silence speak louder than their noise. Part 4. The art of indifference. A billionaire walks through a crowded room. Someone yells across the floor, calling him a fraud, a failure, a disgrace. The crowd waits for his reaction, but instead of getting angry, he just smiles and walks away. Who held the power in that moment? The man shouting for attention, or the man too focused to care? Nothing is personal unless you decide it is. That's the truth most people never realize. People insult you, reject you, criticize you, and you think it's about you. It's not. It's about them, their pain, their insecurities, their story. Seneca said it best. What others do is their business. What you do is yours. You are not the center of their universe. Most people aren't thinking about you at all. They're too busy fighting their own inner battles. Still, we carry their words like stones in a backpack, heavy, exhausting, dragging us down with every step. But you don't have to. You can drop the weight. You can decide right now that not everything deserves a reaction. Not every insult deserves your attention. Not every opinion needs to be taken seriously. Think back. When someone insulted you, Did it change your values? Did it make you less capable? Or was it just a passing moment that you chose to carry? The truth is, insults only hurt when you agree with them. Let that sink in. The moment you stop accepting someone else's words as truth, they lose all power. Next time someone tries to belittle you, try this. Pause. Don't react. In your mind say, that's their opinion, not my reality. Repeat it as many times as it takes. Watch the anger fade. Watch the insult disappear. People expect you to get defensive. They expect you to prove yourself. They expect you to lose your cool. When you don't, they lose control, not you. This mindset is the key to real freedom. When you stop taking things personally, you stop being a prisoner to other people's behavior. You start living lighter, quieter, stronger. This doesn't mean you become emotionless. It means you become selective. You choose what deserves your attention. And most things simply don't. Part 5. Memento mori. A man wakes up in a hospital bed, bruised, broken, barely breathing. Just hours ago, he was racing down the highway, consumed by stress, arguments, and deadlines. Then everything changed. A crash, twisted metal, shattered glass, and now silence. Lying there, he isn't thinking about who insulted him last week. He isn't angry about a missed meeting or a disrespectful comment. He's thinking one thing: why did I waste so much time on things that didn't matter? Nothing changes your perspective like facing death. It strips away every illusion. Suddenly, all the things you were angry about seem small, meaningless. That's the power of memento mori, the Stoic practice of remembering that death is always near. Not to create fear, but to create focus, to remind you what actually matters. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You could leave life right now." Let that determine what you do and say and think. If today were your last, would you really waste it being mad at someone who cut you off in traffic? Would you hold on to a grudge from a conversation that ended days ago? Would you let the bitterness of someone else ruin your peace? Of course not. You'd let it go. You'd spend your time on what matters: love, presence, purpose. The truth is, life is short, and anger is a thief. It steals your time, your energy, your clarity, and most of all, it steals your life, moment by moment. You don't need a near-death experience to gain this clarity. You can practice it now. Each morning, ask yourself, if this were my last day, what would matter? Most of your frustrations will disappear. Most of your anger will dissolve. Because seen through the lens of mortality, very few things deserve a reaction. This mindset doesn't make you weaker. It makes you dangerous. Because the person who remembers death lives differently, more focused, more peaceful, more alive. So when anger rises, when frustration hits, when someone tries to pull you into a petty battle, ask yourself, is this how I want to spend my final day? If the answer is no, let it go. Walk away and protect your time like your life depends on it, because it does. Part 6. The Daily Stoic Ritual. A warrior doesn't walk into battle hoping to stay calm. He trains, every day. He sharpens his sword, strengthens his body, and most importantly, prepares his mind. You face battles too. Disrespect, disappointment, distraction. And if you want to stay unshaken, you must train like a warrior. The Stoics didn't just read philosophy, they practiced it, daily. They built mental routines to prepare for chaos long before it arrived. There are 2 rituals that can rewire your mind and make you nearly impossible to disturb. The first is called premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of misfortune. Each morning, before your day begins, take 1 minute. Ask yourself, what could go wrong today? Traffic, a rude message, a delay, a broken plan. Visualize each one happening, and picture yourself responding calmly. No panic, no anger, just clarity. This practice prepares your mind to expect the unexpected, so when it arrives, you're not shocked, you're ready. The second ritual is evening reflection. At the end of your day, take 5 minutes. Ask yourself, did I stay in control today? What triggered me? Where did I show strength? And what can I improve tomorrow? Marcus Aurelius did this every night, not to judge himself, but to grow. These 2 practices, morning preparation and evening reflection, are the foundation of an unbreakable mind. Most people wake up and hope for peace. You will build it. Most people get shaken by life. You will train for it. Each time you pause instead of reacting, You get stronger. Each time you stay silent in the face of provocation, you build power. Each time you choose peace over pride, you become untouchable. This is not theory. This is discipline. And if you do it every day, something will happen. One day, you'll realize, I no longer get angry. I don't take things personally. I control my emotions. And because of that, I control my life. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire torn by war, betrayal, and disease. Yet through it all, he remained composed. Not because the world around him was calm, but because he was. He understood a truth most people never do. The world can only disturb you if you let it. You've now seen what it takes to stay unshaken. Not by ignoring your emotions, but by mastering them. Not by controlling others, but by controlling yourself. So the question is, will you keep giving your peace away to things that don't matter? Or will you rise above? Tonight, before you sleep, ask yourself, did I focus on what I control? Did I react with wisdom? Or did I let the world pull me off center? This is how you train your mind. This is how you become unbreakable. Not by waiting for an easier life, but by building a stronger self. If you're ready to take full control of your inner world, type unshakable in the comments. Let the world see your commitment. And if this message spoke to you, like the video, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more Stoic power.